First kickoff was an abortive effort, so we'll start again. Alenda back to Williams, and everybody seems to be steaming up front. This is that new rugby-style kickoff that everybody seems to be using. Santos with a shot. And Obas, with his physicality, looking to get stuck in there almost immediately. You had a look at the pitch earlier on. You were down there. You're pretty happy with and of course they've wetted it quite a lot in the last hour or so. Now Mafopa out to Moremi on the edge of the area. Moremi tries the shot. Oh, was it open? No, it wouldn't have counted. Apollos was offside, but that is a very poor miss. The linesman, in a sense, has spared the blushes of Osman Apollos.
It did. It's always tricky to defend the players like Moremi because you never know when is he going to play the ball. Here he decided to play the ball earlier. Yes, he is offside, but a player of his quality, you want to also all the time just trying to put the ball in the back of the net, but he was offside indeed. Those are the dangers London Pirates possesses out wide.
Mamelodi Sundowns. Now Hotro, early ball in here from Mafopa. Flag stays down, shot goes in over the top of Williams' goal. Well, they've threatened now twice inside the opening 6 minutes. Good bright start here from the Buccaneers.
Indeed, very lively on the left-hand side. We know whenever Hotto is around, they're always going to find space there. He's not afraid to get into those high line, and that good combination between him and Moremi. But you need a little bit of a cover there because Grant commits to Moremi. When Hotto makes that run, you need Grant or one of the midfielders to commit. Otherwise, you're going to have those type of shots, and a great run indeed as well from Hotto.
Given away, and Santos has a look up. Santos to Sanes. Shalulile, what a save! Shalulile again, goal! Peter Shalulile's fifth of the season, number 133. He is cooking with gas.
Peter Shalulile, he is in the mood. He never started the season well. He was always second best to Reyners, who continued his scoring form from last season. We spoke about this game with those unforced errors, half opportunities that have been created from both sides. Mamelodi Sundowns, this time around, they were able to benefit. Santos thing that had Salas out wide. With Salas playing lopsided, it made it difficult for him to control with his left, but that right foot that he brought into Peter Shalulile, I guess also the great save from the first time from China there. Look at the mistake there from Moremi. This is what resulted to Salas finding himself. That first touch let him down, but Peter Shalulile at second invite as well.
On the left foot is second time. This first touch from Salas almost saw the opportunity slip by.
Yeah.
Good save from Chain as well, but Santos had plenty of time to move forward and set the whole thing up.
Yeah, because I can see that he's trying to set himself up. I'm thinking he's going to take a shot. And equally as well, maybe with option as well on the right-hand side, but they made sure that they finished that attack.
Peter Shalulile has now scored 6 times for Mamelodi Sundowns against Orlando Pirates. He's halfway to matching the record of Mabush Mudau, who got 12 goals. You don't want to give a goal away from a simple set piece, but we've seen quite a few actually scored this season in the league. In from Apollos, missed by Nduli. Jansen! Oh! That is some goal! Left footer from the 20-year-old. Now you know his name. That is some goal. On the full volley as well.
On the full volley. Those comes once in a while for a player of such talent. I don't think he'll ever score such a beautiful goal. I think it caught also Ronald Williams by surprise. The ball was deflected outside the box. You've spoken about not conceding any goal. Such a lousy set piece that was created by Mamelodi Sundowns. But you thinking that the defender, that corner kick, he finds himself outside the box with a left footer.
We've got to look at this again. We've got to look at it several times. Just savor this full volley, left-footed. Ronald Williams, there was a bullet that went right past him. Sweetly hit.
Now, if any fan that had any doubts as to then why Danson has started, that's the reason that he gives them.
Yeah, and I don't think the question is going to be asked of the coach when the match is over. Look at Sipho Mbule's reaction. Cameron Danson, 20 years old, only his second start for Orlando Pirates. He made 4 appearances as a substitute before the game against Magese on Tuesday. He was given his first opportunity in the starting lineup by Coach Wadu. Nduli, Hotto, onside! Well, he could have done better. Dion Hotto, it's either in the back of the net or it's up in row Z, but this was an excellent opportunity. Lovely floated ball.
It was indeed, and you can see, like, with him delaying a little bit because the ball was taking too much flight, he really decided that he has to take a shot, but he used the inside foot instead of using the laces like that we saw of Danson earlier on.
Another fine ball, yeah, for Moremi. Now, can he square for Hotto, rather? Can he square for Mahopa, who looks a little disappointed? He didn't get an opportunity, but gives some kudos there to Mudau.
Yeah, Mudau with a good recovery. Those balls, we've seen Siema played one a little bit earlier on Bogazi as well. They're known for that, for those type of diagonal balls, but Hotto forever in the owner's bike. Just that the ball didn't bounce nicely for him. Wanted to play the ball a little bit the first time, but good recovery there from Mudau.
They have the corner though, and Niptangela, they're on the march. Yeah, Siema against Williams, saved. Now, should he have gone for the far corner, you wonder? What a move, though.
What a move from a centre-back. You'd wonder, because those are moments that none of the centre-back will find themselves in. He gets the ball on his halfway line. The pitch should start opening up for him. Look at that 1-2 that he plays with Nemtengela. Realize that he's onside. Yes, he could have played that ball because of Moremi was still onside, but as a defender, finds himself in that area.
Ah, you've got to go for it.
Yeah.
Williams makes the save. Maybe be gone across to the other side. Who knows? Pirates coming out of the change rooms looking the brighter of the two sides. Okay, Moremi. Pace of Hotto just evades Butuma. Now here it comes, ball in from Hotto, Butuma. Niptangela blocked by Allende. And a foul against the Pirates man. Polis, play on. Moremi now gets the shot in. Ronald Williams makes the save, but Osman Apollos causing all sorts of problems now for Mamelodi Sundowns.
He does indeed. He has that type of eye there. Moremi didn't have enough power to trouble Williams, but those again with Cupido on the left-hand side will put under pressure. He wants to play out as well. The ball being stilled. Half chance has been created again for Orlando Pirates.
Postcode offside.
Yeah.
There's Apollos. Masangangi. Are they going to nick it here in the closing stages? Ball inside. Adams is in a bit of trouble. Apollos is in there, but offside against Osman Apollos. Basadine down the line here for Maseko. He's got the pace. Siema slips, so does Maseko. Goal kick it will be, says Mr. Bambiso. 3 minutes of time to be added on as we move closer now to stoppage time. Well, we've had some memorable matches between these two sides at this stadium. You'll remember the starring performance from Lucas Ribeiro not that long ago in February when they won 4-1. There was a 6-0 here once with a very nasty riots as well. But I don't think this is going to go down as one of the classic clashes between Sundowns and Pirates. A lot at stake though this early on in the season, so cautious, nervous. What it does, if it stays at 1-1, it means that it's all very, very nicely poised heading towards the last month or so of league action before we have the break for the Cup of Nations. An absorbing second half of the season when we're all back from the Nations Cup mid-January. But maybe yet the Buccaneers can do something here. Maswangangi on the edge of the area. Right-footed, back post. Otto leaves it for Moremi. They're going to try again now. No corner. Ronald Williams gets there. No, corner's been given. Linesman says the ball had gone over. Williams protests. The referee supports the call from the linesman. The full circumference of the ball's got to cross the line. Not sure that was very conclusive, and very difficult for the linesman to see from the other side, so not sure why he made that call. We've had 90 seconds of the 3 minutes added on. Here is an opportunity for Orlando Pirates to win it in stoppage time, as they did the Nedbank Cup against Sundowns. Over the head of both Siema and Bokazi. Back in again. Siema's in there. Siema! Might have been a handball in there from Siema, I thought. Bassadin forward, looking for Rainers.
After it hit the chest, bounce off on his hand. There's Siemens on the box.
And the linesman didn't give that call, so the Sundowns fans are throwing a few bottles at him. Bassadin. Nebitso. That's the final whistle. A point apiece. So the gap stays 3 points between Sundowns and Pirates, but the Buccaneers have got 2 points in hand. They will see this as a moral victory. They came from behind. The wonder goal from Cameron Danson after Peter Shalulile had set Sundowns on their way. The second half was gritty. It certainly wasn't entertaining, but there was so much at stake, Teko.
There was so much at stake, and I guess also it is a fixture also that tells us, that shows us then where the standard of football is in South Africa. Very tightly game, tactically very high. Small mistakes are getting punished, and this is a fixture that is expected, but we expected more goals, but also shows you then where these two teams are at this season, at this time. Tactically, very, very good game indeed.
Allende, who's only missed a single game this season, or single starting lineup, didn't have much impact. Williams knew very little about that shot from Danson. Excellent outing from Sihle Ndule. He put his body on the line. And for Coach Wadu, well, maybe a satisfactory birthday present on the occasion of his 47th birthday. They're the two Namibians, Dion Hotto and Peter Shalulile, colleagues just a few weeks ago for the national team, on opposing sides here today at Loftus Versfeld. Well, they're going to have to finish or forget about this fairly quickly. Wednesday, both of these sides will be back in action again. Sundowns at home, Pirates in Durban, but here it's ended in a 1-1 draw.